Let's go to New York. What is poppin', guys? This video is about taking risks. I think I have crumbs on my lip. These things crack, okay? These things are cracked. So I went to New York, took a huge risk, kind of. Tried to just go for some experiences that were gonna be some really cool opportunities. The process of how I managed my emotions, traveling for something with the hopes that it was gonna get me to something, and then still having an amazing time. I think I did pretty well, because normally I would go into this like downward spiral. I would question every decision I made, and then I would get upset with myself, and then I would be like, oh my god, like I suck and the world sucks, and then I would just get into this like self-pity party mode. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen this time. I was so cool. Pat on the back for emotional growth. Something about taking a risk, it's so exhilarating. It makes you feel so alive, and it put me into this flow. I can't explain it. Like, I have been go ever since I went to New York, and things have opened up, doors have opened up, so much has opened up, and I'm gonna walk you through all of it. We're just gonna jump to the vlog here. This is me at the airport, looking cute, ready to do this. It's like 7 a.m. Can't share details yet, but hopefully I'll be able to share them soon. As soon as I got to the airport, I got the call that this wasn't happening, so I had to pivot really quickly. We did in New York. I went to get ready in the bathroom because my check-in is not until 2 p.m. It's like 9 a.m. Gotta make the most of my time. I'm gonna drop off my luggage and then it's go time. Okay, we out here in New York. I'm going to Brooklyn to look at some shit. Okay, but I do look good here. I did end up going to Brooklyn. I went to a lot of different stops. Okay, first I went to, what is it, Broadway Junction? Oh my god, regretted getting off there. It was so scary. I thought I would explore. And then I went to another stop and I couldn't find any food there. So then I just ended up going to the area where I may have been able to get called in to do the thing, but then that didn't happen either, and then I just got some work done, which was fine. I was just sitting at a cafe, and then my boy picked me up. His name is Nav Kicks from New York. Y'all need to follow him. Nacho girl sitting up in a was it a Bentley? Shit. It was a Bentley. Let me ask my girls. No, it was a Rolls Royce, right? Fuck, how do I forget stuff like that? But whatever, it was a nice car. It was fucking sick. And then I was just sitting there, and the driver was like, oh my god, do you want me to take a picture of you? And I was like, sure. I got so nervous because like I don't want people to feel like I'm around for that kind of stuff, and I'm really not, clearly, because I don't even know what car it was. But then he was so sweet. He was like, let me just take a picture, and then he just started taking pictures, and I was like, okay, that's so funny. Like okay, the fit though, the fit matches with the contrast with the orange. Yeah. Then we went out to this pop-up shop. It was just for a clothing store called Godspeed. It was pretty fucking sick. But the coolest part was Dave East just being there casually. After we fuck up my neighbor to cut up right back to the money, you know how I play it. I'm not your boyfriend, I don't know what you saying. Lying on my name, you know what you saying. Nav also got me a picture with him. So shout out Nav, okay? I wish it was a different angle. I do, but we're just gonna take it. We're just gonna take it. New York is bumping, yo. Everyone's style is on one. Everyone's energy was on one. It was just quite actually very community based. I felt like I could talk to anyone. There were hella nice cars, okay? I don't know what the cars were. Like this blue car was super cool. I just don't know what it is, but it's cool. I like it, you know, nice color. But the people were so nice. The people that own these cars were so nice. And that's what matters. Then we ended up going to Ralph's show. The crowd was bumping, the place was jumping. It was definitely lit. And then after the show, they basically just did a little music video scene on the street and kind of shut the whole street down, which apparently is also a thing in New York. Like how cool is New York? I want to be in New York. But anyways, the two things that I went for, one was something that I can't talk about anymore. The other thing was walking for New York Fashion Week. So the next day, I was walking for Designs by Dilfree, but it was such a cool experience. I've never walked in New York before. I've walked for Ballesteros Designs, and that was a very different type of collection, so I was really excited to see what this was going to be about. These are the girls, the girlies. I met my friend Rabjot. We walked together. It was so nice to meet Rabjot. She is such a baddie, okay? All these girls are baddies. So when I found out that I wasn't gonna get to do what I wanted to do, I immediately was on the phone and I was like, you know what? What's meant to be will be. Like, I was just really happy that I took the chance. Like, I knew I was gonna regret not taking the chance and going. And maybe it was just something I needed to kickstart this fire in me, and maybe I don't need to be taking specific risks anymore. Like, I don't know what the reason is. Point is, like, I felt something. I felt like I was gonna regret not doing this thing. That project, this New York Fashion Week, it wasn't something that was gonna happen again in this moment like this. So I just decided to go, and I had to trust that the universe has a bigger plan, and that's the hardest thing to do when something that is so cool was so close to you. Like, you were right there, literally at the doorstep. But it's just funny. If you can't laugh it off and can't move on and can't accept that you're gonna try stuff and not always get the exact result, you're gonna have a tough time in life and a tough time achieving these big ass dreams. How you get there is really not up to you. You have to be so flexible and open about how things play out. I was really proud of myself for being able to move through that so quickly. But the biggest thing was, like, as soon as I landed, the Uber driver, the conversation I had with him, inspiring. It was about hip hop, it was about Punjabi music. He knew what he was talking about. It was sick. He was black, by the way. Then my landlord. Oh my gosh, she was hustling, and that was inspiring. And then talking to Nap, that was inspiring. And then meeting all these girls at New York Fashion Week, that was inspiring. And then I met up with my boy Keith. If y'all don't know Keith, oh my god, you guys are missing out. We're gonna go back to the vlog now.
You outside with it?
We tried.
Everybody on it, they love it.
She can't resist, loving my dog, she gon' find you. You want who, you want me. I need a piece of Madonna. She get a chair, I get a chair. We bout to fuck as a combo.
I met Keith a year ago. We linked up to talk about work, like music videos and what he wanted to do and what I wanted to do. And we had a blast last time, and then this time was even better.
That's a premiere in New York. We just made a big plan, very, very big plan.
Huge plan. The industry is not ready.
Keep it on the low, alright?
The real win of this entire trip and this entire experience is that I took a risk at something and it did not pan out completely the way I wanted it to. And I still had so many other wins and so many other things that lit a fire in me that kind of made me feel open to life. And it's not even like that thing that didn't work out that it won't ever happen. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. But the point is, I have been someone who cared so much before. I was so anxious. Like, I feel like if that happened to me maybe like 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that I wouldn't even have left my room and I wouldn't have experienced the world that I did. And I think it was such an important lesson in what we're building right now, because you can't get stuck on one thing not working out. You can't do it. It's just not how life works. You need to move on. You need to keep the energy flowing. You need to keep yourself going, keep moving. But I think I was only able to get here because I've kind of worked on my mindset a lot, and I've done like inner work, and it's not perfect. I'm not gonna say I wasn't bummed out. Of course I was bummed out, you know? It was gonna be so much fun, but it didn't destroy me, you know? And that's the difference. I kept myself open to the opportunity of it happening, and it didn't. And I came back and I went into straight work mode. Like, straight work mode. I was so fired up, and I am still fired up. What I'm trying to say is, like, everyone talks about how you should go for your dreams and dream big and all that stuff, but there is a lot of emotional management and emotional processing that you have to do as you're in pursuit of these things that can feel like they're attached to your self-worth, your purpose, your existence. I'm thankful for that knowledge and information, and I'm sharing it because I want you guys to know that it might look super cool and glamorous, but there's so many, I don't want to say L's because it's not an L, but there's so many pivots that happen on this journey that not everyone really gets the opportunity to talk about, because it's a lot of effort. Doing all this editing and stuff, it's a lot of effort. Documenting, articulating, making sure your point is getting across, it's a lot of effort. Because if you are trying to achieve something, I want you to remember that little hiccups are going to happen. They're a part of the process, and that shouldn't deter you. And if it's in your destiny, I always say if it's for you, it's for you. Keep doing the work. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep walking. That's it, guys. Here's a real life lesson on going for it and pivoting. Basically, you know, it's a part of the process. I just hope it helps you. Choose love over fear, right? The things that you love, the things that bring you joy over the fear of things. Just choose it. Just do it. Yeah? One love. 3 chances.